I want to talk about how God speaks to us in our dreams, because it is not straightforward. It's rarely ever straightforward. Ever. And when God shows you people in a dream, it's rarely ever that person. It'll be either the feeling or the situation that was attached to that person that you once dealt with. And that is why God is using that person in your dreams. And this can be very confusing if you look at it surface level. So I'm gonna give you guys a scenario. Say you have an ex-best friend. You guys were best friends, like sisters, and you guys are no longer best friends anymore, but you still yearn to have a best friend and that best friend connection, right? And that friendship that you shared was real. You guys had real love, but it just wasn't done right. So you guys are no longer friends. Or say you're leveling up, or God's calling you higher. That doesn't mean that you guys did not share a real friendship and a real love. Then you start getting dreams of you and your ex-best friend. You guys, it's like dreams of you guys reuniting, or dreams of you guys just being best friends again. And you're like, oh my gosh, God's telling me that she's my best friend. Like, I'm going to be her best friend. Like, we're best friends. No. God will rarely ever do that. God speaks in parables. So he'll take the people or the person and what you experience, or the situation, or the feeling that was attached to it, and he'll use it to show you, like, you are worthy of having that best friend and that connection with a new person. You are. But the reason why I'm using this person in the dream is because that is who you associated it with. You see how that could be confusing, though, if you look at it surface level, which I have been doing for so long. Bro, I'm blown away at this. And the thing is that I feel so much more peace, so it's not bothering me. I do feel like I kind of was believing something that wasn't true for so long. But it's all a learning experience and also a healing process. But I just wanted to say that because I feel like a lot of people might feel like they're getting certain confirmations. And it's crazy because I've been talking about this in my other videos, where I had a random person grab my head and start praying over me, and it was super demonic. And then I had my pastor actually pray over me, and she said that the enemy is trying to confuse me in my dreams. But me being stubborn, I'm like, no, I know what God told me. Bro, it's crazy because the enemy will use familiar spirits too to try and hold you back. Bro, to try to hold you back to the past and it keep you in the past. When God called you out, God separated you from that. God wants you to move forward. God has something better for you, but he will still talk to you in your dreams with certain people from your past. Maybe if you had a certain situation or feeling or emotion or experience that was attached to that person. So he'll use that to voice that to you. Like, you're still worthy of this. It just has to be done right. So that doesn't mean it's that person that you're dreaming of. That just means you're worthy of it, and it is still a promise I have for you. But when it does happen, it has to be done right. Bro, that's why the enemy loves to use familiar spirits. He will use a familiar spirit quick, because our feelings are attached, or the experiences that we had are attached to these familiar spirits. Like, I feel so much more at peace knowing this, and sometimes we can confuse our confidence with peace. Like, I'm confident about it, so I'm peaceful about it because I'm so confident about it. But peace is like, you don't worry. I'm finally not worrying because I realize I was thinking something. I was taking my dreams my dreams and visions so surface level. And this is part of learning and having discernment. When you can see and you're a seer and you're prophetic, it's all part of the learning process. You have to understand. And I can't believe, honestly, that for so long I was taking everything so surface level. But I'm just glad that I came to this realization, and now I feel like the growth is going to be rapid growth, and I'm so excited. But I just wanted to say that because it is so easy for us to get confused or think that the God is saying something that he's not. And then the enemy will be like, perfect. Like, they don't get it. I'm going to use these familiar spirits to try and make them think something that think that God said this when actually it was me saying that. Because he loves to use familiar spirits. God will barely ever reveal an exact person to you or exactly how something is going to happen. Rarely ever. Because he wants you to have faith. And how are you going to have faith if you just can see everything to the T? Like, yes, there's some things that you dream of it and it will come to pass exactly how it was. But most of the time, God speaks in parables. And we have to remember that the enemy loves to use familiar spirits.